Congratulations, Presidente! Your swift rise to power is an inspiration to us all. I am your most humble and loyal advisor, Penultimo. Although your wisdom knows no bounds, let me provide a few starting pointers on ruling our magnificent nation. Please press the A button if you will condescend to listen to my prayer. A good ruler knows what goes on in every corner of his country. Let us take a better look at our island. Try panning the view with the left stick. Sometimes you will want to take a closer look at the little people on the streets and their daily lives. Try zooming in. Good job, Presidente! With such skills, you will turn Tropico into a superpower one day. But marvelous! The world becomes bigger or smaller according. Bueno! You can also tilt the camera by holding down the right trigger. According to our intellectuals and some guy named Albert, time is relative to the whims of whoever is in power. You can change. Look how fast those Tropicans go, Presidente! Let us slow down a bit so we can work in peace. Snap your fingers and... Very good, Presidente! Do you know what the most precious resource of Tropico is? Why, it's the people, of course. And you need to know what goes on in their heads to make the best use of them. Select a citizen by moving the cursor over him and pressing the X button. You can also cycle through multiple citizens located under your cursor by pressing the X button repeatedly. It will be...
Si tuviese 10 años
The
menos.
bars in the overall tab represent what a citizen needs. Presidente, what can be more important than the happiness of your people? Your happiness, of course, but the happiness of the people is important as well. You can see how happy they are by selecting the Happiness tab. You can see how happy they are by selecting the Happiness tab. Here you can see how pleased this person is by the different factors in his life. His job, his house, the healthcare he receives, and so on. Each of these has different importance to any particular citizen and contributes to his overall happiness. As you can see, food quality is one of the factors that determines the happiness. When people are hungry, they go to the food-producing farms to get food for their families. Alternatively, they can get it from the marketplace, which distributes food from the farms. A person can get several meals in advance for his whole family. Select the farm indicated with an arrow by moving the cursor over the building and pressing the A button. You can also cycle. It is very important to have your farms produce enough food for the masses. Right now, they are all producing tobacco that the people cannot eat. Open the Overall tab and change the work mode to Papaya. You have given your order, and your farmers are on their way to plant papaya. Most things in Tropico take time. For instance, it will take several months for the new crop to grow. A patient ruler like you knows that it is better to wait for results than to change his mind every few months. Press the A. It seems that this farm is also understaffed. order to attract more workers, you should increase the wages. You can do that from the Fees and Salaries tab. Navigate to the Fees and Salaries tab with the left bumper and right bumper. To set the wages, navigate with the D-pad and adjust the desired amount with the A button. Increase the wages and wait a while until the farm is fully staffed. Please, Presidente, can you fire Pedro Mendoza for me? He is lazy and always complains about everything. Not to mention that he shamelessly cheats at poker. In order to fire him, you need to select his workplace, the Teamster's office. Select his portrait in the Fees and Salaries tab with the D-pad. And finally, press the X button. Haha! Goodbye, Pedro, and good luck on the labor market. Now, an honest Tropican will be able to take this job. I spent a good deal of my time compiling useful info for our country in the Presidential Almanac. Care to take a look, Presidente? You can do that by holding the right trigger and pressing the Y button. You can check different statistics related to the current situation on the island in the Almanac. It is good to check on it often. Click the A button to close this notification. Browse the Almanac with the D-pad and the A button. When you are... Tropico makes its pesos from tobacco exports at the moment. When the tobacco crops are ready, the farmers gather them and store them at the farm. Then Teamsters from the Teamster's office come to transport them to the dock. Finally, the dock workers will load them onto ships and our country will get money. This is not as complicated as it sounds. Tropicans will do all this on their own. You just have to spend all the money they earn for you. Speaking of money, click on the A button to learn about... Presidente, let me tell you about your pension fund. Like all good things, your mandate may come to an end someday in the far future. So it is always a good idea to have a small fortune stashed in your Swiss bank. There are a few different ways to lead stray money there. One of them is the special building permit edict. Open the Edicts menu by holding down the right trigger and then pressing the A button. Edicts are different presidential orders that can change the life of ordinary Tropicans dramatically. Take your time to look at all the possibilities. When you are ready, issue the Special Building Permit Edict that is located in the Economy tab. When you activate the edict, a detailed description Presidente, it is always good to practice your election speeches. In your election speeches, you can promise, blame, and praise. You need only give me the briefest details, and I, penultimo. The island is running smoothly, but you may address any hot issue that you view as a serious problem. You may praise anyone you wish. I am sure they will appreciate it. As for promises, the religious faction is always on my back because we still have not built the church. Navigate with the D-pad. Select with the X button. Confirm choice with the A button. Cancel with the B button. Ay caramba! Presidente, it seems that the practice speech has somehow been leaked to the public. The religious faction is very pleased at the moment, but if you do not fulfill your promise, they will not vote for you in the next election. You'd better construct a church. You'll even get something for your Swiss bank account because of the edict you issued previously. Open the Build menu by pressing... Very good, Presidente. These good-for-nothing builders have started working on the church. Let us wait until it is completed. Our new church is ready, Presidente, but there is no priest, so it stays locked. Not every faithful is cut out to be a priest. In order to preach sermons to the faithful, the worker must have at least a high school education. Since we don't have our own high school, let me tell you how to invite skilled workers. Enough about the affairs of the little people, Presidente. Let me introduce you to the single most important person on our...
What do you want? I'm busy
I am
brewing.
glad you decided to get out of the palace, Presidente. Let us go for a walk in our beautiful country. If you take care to build roads and garages, you would also be able to travel with your limo. But for now, let us concentrate on the basics. With your avatar selected, press the X button over any clear spot to travel
Time
there.
for a walk.
The people love you, my Presidente. And you should take care to always keep them on your side, no? A coup d'etat or an uprising is not a pretty sight. You can address the people from the balcony of your palace. This will increase their respect toward... With your avatar selected, move your cursor over the palace and press the A button.
Time to check up on my people.
Presidente, I can now see why you are in power and I am just your humble servant. You truly know how to move the people's hearts. There are many other actions you can try.